States of America, you can have a situation in primarily black neighborhoods where innocent men, women, and children are being gunned down consistently by vicious drug gangs. That's been going on for years in Chicago, and little is being done about it. Here are the shocking stats out today. Homicides in Chicago up 70% so far this year from last year. Non-fatal shootings up 87%. The overwhelming majority of the victims are black. With 1,014 people shot so far this year in Chicago, the human toll is staggering.
My baby was 7 years old, 7. He had plans. He wanted to be somebody.
I buried my last born last year, and I got buried my firstborn this year.
He was such a curious, creative child. He was our everything.
Today it's us. Tomorrow it may be you. Put down the guns.
Now let me ask you a very simple question. If that were happening in Beverly Hills or Georgetown or Park Avenue here in New York City, would the authorities not solve the problem? We all know the answer to that question. Thus, the only conclusion that we can arrive at is that racism is in play. The mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, a Democrat, governor of Illinois, Bruce Rauner, a Republican, have simply failed to protect their most vulnerable citizens. These two can bloviate all they want, but they haven't done anything effective to stop the carnage. And indeed, the situation is getting worse by the day. There is no National Guard in these neighborhoods. The Chicago police force is in disarray with charges of racism against it. And the new police chief in Chicago seems to be overwhelmed. The poor people living in the free fire zones are as threatened as anyone living in Afghanistan. Where is the National Guard? Where is a flood of police officers patrolling on foot 24/7 in these violent neighborhoods? Again, this atrocity, these murders, shouldn't be happening in the USA. It is long past time for a state of emergency to be declared in certain Chicago neighborhoods. It is also long past time for gun-wielding thugs to be punished severely, with very long prison terms. Finally, a direct message for folks trapped in bad Chicago neighborhoods. You guys have got to speak out. You have to march, you have to demonstrate, you have to protest. Don't count on Black Lives Matter, or Al Sharpton, or Jesse Jackson, or even President Obama. They haven't shown up. They don't seem to care. And that's the memo. Joining us now from Washington to react, Kirsten Powers. And you say?
Well, I think you're right that definitely we have a problem in the media, I would say in particular, where people don't take it as seriously when a young African-American child, for example, is shot versus a young white American, in particular if they're a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child.